Okay, tell me if you've heard this one. A sailor sitting in a bar.
I've heard this one.
I don't give a shit. Anyway, this sailor's sitting in a bar and he leans over to the guy next to him and says, "You want to hear a Marine joke?" And the guy next to him replies, "Before you tell the joke, you ought to know. I'm 6 feet tall, weigh 200 pounds, and I'm a Marine. The guy next to me is 6'2", weighs 225, and is also a Marine. And the guy next to him, he's 6'5", weighs 250, and is a Marine too." Now he says, "Do you still want to tell that joke?" The sailor thinks about it for a minute, then shakes his head. "Nah," he says, "I don't want to have to explain it 3 times."
Buckle up, people.
DJ Perico with the narco alert. If you ain't noticed, there's been a little bit more violence in our corner of Bolivia. And there's been some chismes that... All this shooting and stabbing and blowing up of stuff is due to a handful of pinche gringos that have been rolling through the countryside. If you have any info on these gringos, if you know who they work for, if they're mercs hired by another cartel, or if they're DEA, or if you see these motherfuckers, call your tip into SB Radio or post a message on La Plaga's webpage. If your info pans out, you get a free Santa Blanca t-shirt just for calling in. And if your tip results in the death or capture of these gringos, you get a reward of 10,000 Bolivianos. And if you pinche gringos are listening, be afraid. All the eyes of Bolivia are looking out for you. When we find you, the entire strength of Santa Blanca will strike you down.
Agárrense compas, porque los más chingones llegamos sin gato. Y la verga nos han de pelar.
Esto es Santa Blanca Radio. Suaves y con carácter. Tabaco fino tostado a la manera tradicional. Humitos con filtro. La mejor compañía para quien sabe disfrutar el aroma de un buen cigarro.
A la venta en su estanco favorito.
The Santa Blanca cartel is making large strides in purging the country of your rebel menace. But we can't do it alone. Este insulso de Pacatari and his rebels, autodefensas, talk of raising you out of poverty, of putting control of the country's destiny in the hands of the farmer. But Pacatari lies. Men like him make their promises, give you hope, but all they want is power, control. We have seen it before, all across the continent. But Santa Blanca has put your destiny as an individual back in your own hands. This is the reality of today, not some fantasy tomorrow you have to hope for. Es ahora, banda. No political party, no union is around to tell you how to run your life. We have given Bolivia the investment and the jobs that have helped you improve your lives. But Pacatari and his rebels threaten the safety of this way of life. Pinches lobos disfrazados de ovejas. We will do our part, but you must do yours. Do not support Pacatari and his rebels. Report any rebel activity directly to your local Santa Blanca organization. Juntos, we can defeat the
Fucking hell. Looks like a firefight between the rebels and the cartel. Could go either way.
Mucho calor hoy por la tarde. Va a ser parecido por 2 o 3 días hasta el jueves, cuando la lluvia viene por la
Ready?
noche y
Open
hace
fire.
mucho viento.
I copy. Engage it. Target eliminated.
Esto es Radio Santa Blanca.
Eyes on a cartel heavy.
Point him out.
We're there, on the bridge. Get back before they make you. Get to cover.
Deploying drone.
Fuck, we're made. I'm opening fire on these shitheads. He's dead.
Clear. How you guys holding up?
And the divide what is left between you and your
I'm in. Let's go.
Tengan cuidado. You would not reap what you have sown. You would be left with barely anything. The best way, the only moral and Christian way to bring success and prosperity to the individual citizen and the nation is through a free economy. Contrary to the lies spread by Pakatari and his kind, free markets promote charity, generosity, and kindness. When our basic needs are met, it is...
Esto no me huele bien. Vamos a ver qué pasa. There's a cartel medal over here. It's gonna break some poor thug's heart to lose this. You'd think with all their money, the cartel would make a nicer medal.
I'll fly. Ready? Fire, fire, fire.
Copy. Engaging tangos. They're on to us. Stick to it.
The lieutenant's trying to escape.
took you so long?
We're good. So these two Marines board a flight to Houston.
Marines and planes. This ought to be good.
No sooner had they settled down into their seats than an Army corporal comes down the aisle and took the seat next to them. So the corporal settles in, pulls off his boots, and gets comfortable. Now the two Marines take one look at this guy and decide they're going to have a little fun. After the plane's in the air, the Marine in the window seat turns to the corporal. "Hey, buddy," he says, "you mind grabbing a drink for me?" "No problem," the Army guy says, and hops up to get a drink from the flight attendant. While he's gone, the Marine takes one of the corporal's boots and spits in.
That's just nasty.
The corporal comes back with the Marine's drink. He's just getting comfortable again when the second Marine grins and says, "Hey man, that drink sure looks good. You mind getting one for me too?" And you know what? The corporal just grins. "You bet," he says, and hops right on up. As soon as he's gone, the Marine grabs the other boot and hocks a big old loogie right inside. The Marines sit back and enjoy their drinks now. A couple hours later, the bird touches down and the corporal pulls on his boots. Right away, he knows what's happened. He turns to the jarheads, who are both giving him these shit-eating grins. How long must this go on? This hatred, this animosity, this spitting in boots and pissing in drinks. Hey, did you hear the Pentagon had too many generals, so they decided to get rid of some of them?
It's about damn time.
Well, somebody with the Joint Chiefs came up with the idea of offering $10,000 of severance pay for each inch of the general's body. The generals could be measured any way they chose. An Air Force general goes first. He's a smart guy, so he says he wants to be measured from head to toe. They measure him and come up with 70 inches, so he accepts a severance of $700,000. Next up was an Army general. This guy says he wants to be measured from the tip of his right finger to the tip of his left finger. The measurement comes out to 80 inches. The Army general smiles and takes a severance of $800,000. So the two generals are mighty damn pleased with themselves. But this Marine general's been watching the whole thing, and after a couple minutes, he steps up and says, "You pukes are gonna measure me from the tip of my dick to the bottom of my balls."
Man, Marine generals are kinky.
The men doing the measuring are confused. "Sir, are you sure you understand how this works?" "Just do it, maggot," the Marine general barks, and then he drops his trousers. Well, the two men get out the measuring tape, they steel their courage, and they get to work. So they start at the tip of his dick, but as they work their way down, they see the general's got no balls.
Plot twist.
One of the men says, "Sir, where are your balls?" "Left them back in Vietnam."